What's poppin', y'all? One of the weirdest interactions that's happened in the past couple of days is SteveWillDoIt's appearance on the Impulsive podcast. Now, Logan Paul's been on a W streak, and no, we're not talking about the marriage that he got into. I think is he having a kid or not? I don't know. But he caught that dub when the lawsuit got dismissed against him for the whole Crypto Zoo incident. He's like a WWE superstar now. I think Prime is still doing well. Like, they're doing the Prime Energy thing now as opposed to just the regular Prime drink, which people were saying like the sales for that kind of weren't hitting the way that they were when they first came out. But I think that's to be expected. However, the podcast itself hasn't had the moments that it had in the past. And I don't know if we can judge a podcast by the moments versus the viewership that they're able to retain, but they had SteveWillDoIt on here, which made sense because SteveWillDoIt was recently unbanned on YouTube after years and years of being banned, pretty much kind of being a pariah on YouTube. And part of that was due to, I think there was some behind the scenes stuff because they were trying to say that it was just a logo that he put up for a certain website, and that was against YouTube policy, so they banned him. And then he was unable to get his account. He was one of the most blacklisted people on YouTube. And for other people, you could kind of understand why, some people that were spreading what they labeled as, misinformation. You could be like, okay, yeah, this person was saying wild stuff, maybe certain conspiracy theories around 2020. Okay, but SteveWillDoIt, it just seemed like, oh, this guy's just kind of having fun. Maybe he's a little bit edgy, and he's also doing the whole giveaways. But then when that happened, it was like, yo, this guy's actually not getting his account back. So he hops on the Impulsive podcast, and it was a short-lived podcast. It was one of the shorter episodes, but there are a couple of different moments where I look at this yeah, y'all did him kind of crazy, but I don't feel bad. And I'm gonna play you guys the first clip right now.
Honor for you guys to have me, and I really appreciate it.
An honor for us or you? Because you said it's an honor for us to have you. Are you saying it's an honor to be on?
It's an honor for me to be on there with you guys. So I really appreciate you. I look up to you, Logan. For real.
Are you gonna?
What are you doing?
No, I look up to you.
Yeah,
no, but the
show's not. What are you doing with the mic?
No, I'm done with it. Yeah, I love you.
Is that it? The show's over?
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Peace out.
Thank you.
Wait, do you think Jake's going to win this fight? Because this is sort of the Jake preview.
Now, this first clip, you need the context. It's not the beginning of the podcast. It's not like a Birdman moment where he's about to leave. They've already been 20 minutes or 15 minutes into the podcast, and Logan Paul's already okay, what's going on here? Let me just try to thug it out. Let me just try to push through this and make sure it's done. So for him to get up and behave like that, Logan is looking at it yo, this guy's being sarcastic. You don't look up to me. You're treating me in this way, which is you're giving me a podcast that is absolute trash, and I'm trying to be professional and keep it pushing, and then now you're pretending to leave. What's going on here? And then this is where it gets worse. I'm playing you guys that clip right now.
I don't care.
Wait, so you're back?
What?
Yeah, I'm back.
Steve, what's going on with you right now? Can I speak with my friend? What's going on right now? Why do you seem...
How about this? You guys, tomorrow, you come padel, right?
You play pickleball?
No, padel.
Yeah,
1v1.
Padel's good.
You win, you get a $40,000 watch. You win, you get a $40,000 watch.
Oh, I have to try it then.
Deal? Mr. Paul?
I'm working.
Steve.
Paul.
Steven, can you answer my question? How are you?
I'm good.
I'm being serious. Can you answer the question? Are you good?
I'm super good. Yeah, I'm super happy.
Across the board?
Across the board, dude. Just boom, 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 boom. I'm very good.
You know you can talk to me if you want to, right?
No, I'll talk to you, dude. I'll do drugs.
All right.
I'll say
Maybe
that
you were
word.
right with that. Yeah.
You can see the frustration continue with Logan Paul. He's like, Doug, what are you talking about? Am I going to be one of your clowns that you have that where I'm just going to play for some watch? What do I need a watch for? Give me my podcast. That's what I want. Give me some real answers. Give me some entertainment that doesn't involve a disrespect. And then you hear him towards the end. I'm guessing that he ripped a hard R. And this is where things take a little bit of a turn, because a lot of pages were posting that he got kicked off of the podcast for saying the hard R. But I don't think that's the case, because then he would have gotten kicked off here. And this is the first time he says it. But what I'm thinking is also the Mike Malak, whatever. This interaction feels so fake. Like, yo, can I talk to my friend? This is another thing. I don't think Mike is a bad guy, but my gut feeling about this Mike guy was it's just off. And the word of the year, really, or one of the words of the year, is performative. Right? And I think that encapsulates exactly the way that I feel about Mike Majlak. Like, I don't think Mike Majlak's a bad guy. I don't think Mike Majlak is a snake, but I think Mike Majlak is certainly performative. Like, come on, dog. You're not what you're meant to. Like, yo, I love you, right? Like, you can talk to me about it. Dog, there's 6 cameras. You got people rigging the cameras. You got the sound guy. You got the person on the soundboard, and you've got the producer. Like, let's be real here. And we know that this is going live in front of millions of people. Like, let's not do this whole, like, yo, you can talk to me situation. And to give a little bit of credit, like Mike and Logan and even their former co-host, his name is escaping me, but he was like the Christian guy that they had a falling out. They've had these types of conversations on the podcast where it's maybe a little bit more personal. So maybe they think that's cool amongst them, but I'm not giving Mike a pass here, because Mike knows the game. So he knows that, yeah, maybe this is cool amongst these people, but other people, they're not with that. And this is where it really, really gets to really the peak moment. I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
Maybe you were right with the end.
Me and Paul will
Wrestle.
We'll go yell.
Drive around.
We'll go.
Yo, Steve, bro. All right, so look. I definitely have like a line. Yeah. I think you've reached a line.
Okay.
And so, like, I am gonna ask you to like chill a little bit. Okay. Well, not even just for my sake. I can handle the jokes, right?
It's okay. You're
just careful, because I told you I hit my line, right?
You're a professional. Man.
That's and bro, I go from nice guy to like.
Logan, I acknowledge it. I'm not.
All right, grab him. Let's go. It's done. Thank you for coming on, Steve.
Thanks.
We appreciate it. Thank you, boys.
So this is where you see Logan Paul get really angry. And before, he ripped the hard R before that, and you see Logan like, but this, I think this had to do something with Logan's wife. 100%. The only time we see Logan Paul ready to crash out is about his wife. Like in the beginning, it was Dylan Dennis posting. Honestly, this guy went 100 days straight posting Logan's wife with another dude that she was. In the beginning, it was dudes that she was dating, but after that, it was just dudes that she was probably just cool with, just different video clips. I mean, it was the Akash Singh situation for hell. No, it wasn't as bad as Akash. Let's be real here, because Logan's wife wasn't doing or saying any of that stuff after she married him. She was saying it before, which you could say that's indicative of someone you shouldn't marry, but that's a different conversation. Akash's wife is humiliating him in public while she's with him. That's, oh, geez. And we saw how angry that got him against Dylan Dennis. So this had to be, and I think it was mixed with, it was probably something around like smashing chicks with Logan or Logan's wife. It had to be Logan's wife. I firmly believe it. And they censored it, and they most likely won't say what it really was, but it has to be that. I don't think Logan did anything wrong here. I think Logan was very patient. I think Logan handled the situation as properly as he could. He told him his boundaries. He tried to push through with the podcast. And then you've got Mike here being performative, of course, and then like removing him, which I think he removed him at the right time. But I'm going to play you guys this clip a bit after where Mike reflects on the situation.
Can't, get it right every time on the guest. Well, also, I got a little carried away, dude. He got a little carried away. He just got a little carried away.
30 minutes?
He got a little carried away.
I can't believe he hasn't gotten hit. I'm just shocked no one's beat the shit out of him.
Because it's behind the...
Dude, if we weren't on this podcast, I'd slap him up like the second time he said something. But like, I'm being friendly because he's the guest. We invited him here, right? But like, man.
Here, I think Mike is correct in that, like, yo, I thought this would be a great moment, a great podcast. The guy's trying to show that he's reformed, which is Steve Will Do It's back, and he's back on YouTube now, and he's ready to promote. Like, he's trying to come back big with like this show. I think it was Family Feud, but he also had some show of like ex-convicts that are coming on, like a convict cooking show. So he's trying to do like novel things that are also on brand with Steve Will Do It, and it makes sense why he would have him on the podcast. But also, this podcast getting put out, if that's your man's, there's two different lenses that I look at this. Mike putting this out, and then how I personally see it with Steve Will Do It. So Mike putting this out, if this is my man's, if this is my homie, the recording would have been stopped, and this would have never seen the light of day. That's just how I am. So if I saw that he was drunk off top, yeah, you could tell this guy's drunk. He's off something. Steve Will Do It's been off for a while. Like, he'll randomly have crash outs over like a week straight, and then he'll like get it all together, and then he'll call people fake, and then he'll come back on it. And I don't think Steve Will Do It is a bad guy. I don't think he's a disloyal guy. I don't think he's a guy to snake people, but he is a guy that's off, and he is a guy that has been drinking consistently for years upon years, and he was put on top of that, he was depressed, and we don't know what else he might be doing. And you're like, yo, this guy's out of his mind. So that's that context, is that I don't think it should be put out if that's your man's. Now, the way that I look at it is, this needs to be put out for me, as my perspective, as that not being my man's, because none of these people is my man's. Don't know them from a can of paint, never met them, any of that. Is Steve Will Do It needs to see what the hell he's doing. Like, Steve Will Do It is the Kodak Black of content. That's, you see Kodak Black, you're like, yo, is this guy sober? What's going on? He's like sleeping on the street. He's in the middle of the road with like tattered clothes, like somebody that's on meth. What's going on here? He's on Plaque Boy Max or Kai Cenat streams, like chucking pills into the air and trying to catch them like it's like Skittles when you're 8 years old. Like, what's going on with this guy? That's Steve Will Do It. And Steve Will Do It, you just got unbanned on YouTube and you can't get your act together? Like, what's going on? And then you're going and disrespecting the podcast host, the person that brought you on. And he had this another clip that I really wanted to cover, which was him and Mr. Beast. And I want to play you guys that clip right now.
Your friend Jimmy is kind of a fake guy. I've talked to him on YouTube while I was making my videos, and the second my shit got deleted, it just goes.
He was helping you.
He was.
And then you're upset that he stopped helping you because your channel got deleted because of stuff you did? Sounds like you got to take some accountability, Steve.
I just think if he actually cared about people, he would just help.
No, but you're generalizing just because he didn't help you get your channel back after you pissed off YouTube.
I'm not generalizing.
You're saying he doesn't like people. The guy's giving away tens of millions of dollars to random people.
Have you seen his face while he does that?
I think you're a hater. I think you are.
Oh my God.
Here, once again, I don't see Logan doing anything wrong. Logan's like, yo, listen, man, you're not going to go ahead and call Mr. Beast like bad or fake because he didn't help you with your particular situation. Because you guys got to remember, Mr. Beast, he's tight with YouTube, and he was probably working, trying to help him out. I don't know. It may be. It depends. But I think he probably tried in the beginning, and then Steve is sabotaging it. Like, he's sabotaging this right now. Like, Impulsive is like, yo, you're coming back on YouTube. We're going to have you on our YouTube channel, our podcast, and then, you can talk about this big comeback that you're going to have. And Mr. Beast was probably the same. And then he comes to this podcast and just destroys everything. You're like, whoa. Did they really need to unban you if this is the type of like behavior that you're exhibiting, and the type of shows where you're talking about Family Feud and like these people hate these people? I think the convict cooking show is a pretty novel idea, but the whole Family Feud with different races that hate each other and you have them like competing, well, it depends on the competition, right? But if it's actual like conflict, then you're like, dog, come on now. Especially, you got to think Mr. Beast. And at the time, Mr. Beast. So Mr. Beast was probably trying to help him in the beginning. And then Steve Will Do It's like crashing out, doing random stuff, saying wild stuff on Twitter. And he's like, dog, I got to protect myself before you. And he just distanced himself from Steve Will Do It. But he is right in that Mr. Beast as well is performative, for sure. But he's done a lot. He's helped a ton of people. It's objective. Steve Will Do It has helped a ton of people. Do I think that Steve Will Do It has more of a good heart and is good-natured in giving as opposed to strategic in giving like Mr. Beast? Yes. Just from the things I've heard from people that know both of them. But I don't think that matters in the grand scheme of things. And sure, I think he's just conflating Mr. Beast being fake, which I don't know about fake. He's performing a character. Mr. Beast it's like The Rock, right? Like Dwayne Johnson and The Rock are different people. Like Mr. Beast and Jimmy are different people. Like Jimmy said, or Mr. Beast says, like, yo, when the type of content that he watches and the things that he's interested in are so far removed from what he makes or has inspired other people to make. So there's that whole thing. And then we get a response from SteveWillDoIt. And I'm going to read that to you guys on his IG. He says, I called Big Mike because we are good friends. I said, bro, I'm so sorry I blacked out. I was on empty stomach. It was a mistake. Can we please get a review? Hey, Big Mike's response. I promise I got you. You can review it before posting. Biggest loser ever. Last time I was blacked out, I had full on SEX on airplane in front of like 7 people. Would never do that non-blacked out. And then he shows the text and he says, I was literally going to text you today, bro, just to say I love you. And if you ever want to talk or whatever, please text or call me. I should have said this sooner. This is July 25th. So this is months ago. He says, this is war. He's a fake friend. I called after and said I don't remember. He said, don't worry. Let me show you that. He said, I'm officially dedicating my entire life to letting people know, hey, Big Mike's a bad person. He's a fake. And this is another thing. Mike Majlike as a quote unquote friend. And here we have Mike hitting him up. And this is like, you could tell that Mike is doing this offline too, because this is July 25th. This podcast was not recorded July 25th. So I do think that Mike is authentic in his relationships. I do think he cares about people. And I think he has a perspective that a lot of people don't have because he's been through a lot in life and at his age. Like, just like, dog, dealing with addiction is something else entirely. But that doesn't change the fact that he's performative on the camera. But with SteveWillDoIt, I'm not trying to hear none of that, dog. Like, yeah, your man's did you dirty, but you're insane. What are you doing getting blacked out at like what? The guy's like, what, 27? I don't care if he's 25, 24. I mean, he's probably 30. Regardless, it's been a long time, many years since you first started, sipping, since you first started getting on the liquor. So if within all of those years, you're still getting hammered to the point where you're smashing chicks on a plane, disturbing other people, I don't feel bad for you. You need to continuously be embarrassed, maybe voluntarily, for you to finally wrap it around your head and get it together. Like, this guy hasn't learned. He hasn't learned how to behave in public. If this is how like destructive, self-destructive he is, and it's always pointed outward, like, oh, this person screwed me over, this person screwed me over, this guy's a fake. How about you're an alcoholic and you need to get it together? How about that one? That's my takeaway from the whole situation, is this is self-sabotage by SteveWillDoIt. And I think it's the con of making too much money, disgusting levels of money at such a young age. Because SteveWillDoIt's been banned for like, what, 4 years? Maybe a little bit more than that. I don't remember when he actually got banned. But this guy was filthy rich. I mean, this guy was giving out cars. Like, he was giving out $200,000 car, $100,000 car. So he was making disgusting levels of money whilst having the bad habits that he did, which is the liquor, and then getting banned, which is getting like the thing that gets banned is what he had the most fun with, and then still having the money. I don't know how he kept on making money, to be honest, but he did. And now he's 27. I think his brain is just fried. That's it. And he needs to get it together, but he's still got a ton of money. So it's like, how do you get it together? He has to want it for himself. And from what he's exhibiting right now, I think he needs to hit rock bottom again if for that to ever happen. But he did hit rock bottom. Maybe not financially, but emotionally, and being kind of like outcasted from being able to do content with his friends, the Nelk boys. It's just this guy's not the victim here. That's all I'm going to say. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one.